Is salt the villain when it comes to high blood pressure? You might be surprised to discover that the answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. For ages, we've been told that too much salt equals high blood pressure. It's a common belief, almost a given, but is it accurate? Not entirely. While it's true that excessive salt can contribute to elevated blood pressure, it's not the sole culprit. The relationship between salt and blood pressure is more intricate than many of us realize. Consider this: not everyone who consumes high levels of salt develops high blood pressure. Similarly, reducing salt intake doesn't always result in lower blood pressure. This suggests there are other factors at play, disrupting the supposedly direct relationship between salt and blood pressure. So, if salt isn't the only factor affecting blood pressure, what else is at play? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this intriguing topic. Let's dissect the science behind salt intake and blood pressure to better understand this complex relationship. When we talk about salt in relation to our health, we're actually referring to sodium, which is the main component of table salt. Sodium is an essential nutrient required by our bodies for various functions. It helps maintain fluid balance, aids in nerve function, and controls muscle contractions. But like anything in life, too much of a good thing can be bad. In the case of sodium, excessive intake can lead to an imbalance in our body's fluid levels. Here's how it works. When we consume too much sodium, our bodies hold on to water in an attempt to dilute the sodium concentration in our blood. This increase in water volume means our hearts have to work harder to pump blood through our blood vessels, which can increase our blood pressure. But it's crucial to understand that not everyone is equally sensitive to sodium. Some people may experience a noticeable rise in blood pressure after consuming high sodium foods. These individuals are often referred to as salt sensitive. On the other hand, some people can consume relatively high amounts of sodium without experiencing a significant rise in blood pressure. This variation in response is due to a multitude of factors, including genetics, age, and overall health. It's also essential to note that while sodium can indeed raise blood pressure in some individuals, it's not the sole factor. Other lifestyle and dietary factors, such as lack of physical activity, high alcohol consumption, and a diet low in fruits and vegetables, can also contribute to high blood pressure. So, while it's easy to point a finger at salt as the main culprit for high blood pressure, the story is far more intricate. It's a delicate balancing act of various factors, and it's crucial to consider the entirety of one's lifestyle and diet when addressing blood pressure concerns. As we can see, the relationship between salt and blood pressure is not a one-size-fits-all scenario. Now, let's examine the main points to take away from our discussion. With a better understanding of the science, let's summarize the main points about the relationship between salt intake and blood pressure. Salt, or more specifically, sodium, has been long associated with hypertension, commonly known as high blood pressure. It's true that consuming too much salt can lead to an increase in blood pressure for some individuals. This is because sodium holds onto water, and an excess of it in your body can cause your blood volume to increase, which in turn puts more pressure on your blood vessels. However, it's crucial to note that the salt-blood pressure equation isn't as straightforward as we've been led to believe. Not everyone who indulges in a salt-laden diet will experience high blood pressure. Genetic factors, age, and overall lifestyle choices play a significant role, making this relationship more complex than it appears. This doesn't mean you have the green light to binge on salty snacks. The key here is balance. A diet that's high in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can help counteract the effects of sodium on blood pressure. Regular exercise too plays a vital role, as it helps reduce the stiffness in blood vessels, making them more resilient to changes in blood volume. While it's important to be mindful of your salt intake, remember that it's one piece of the puzzle. Blood pressure is influenced by a myriad of factors, including stress levels, alcohol and tobacco use, and even the amount of sleep you get each night. So, it's not just about cutting down on the salt shaker, it's about embracing a healthy, balanced lifestyle that includes a well-rounded diet, regular physical activity, and good sleep habits. To make things even more individualized, remember that everyone's body responds differently to salt. This is why it's essential to monitor your blood pressure regularly, and consult with a healthcare professional about your dietary needs. They can provide personalized advice that takes into account your unique health profile. Remember, everyone's body reacts differently to salt. It's important to monitor your blood pressure and consult with a healthcare professional about your dietary needs. Now that we've debunked some myths about salt and blood pressure, how can you maintain a healthy blood pressure? Let's delve into some actionable steps. Picture this. You're at a grocery store. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips, consider whole foods. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains are your best friends. They're naturally low in sodium and packed with essential nutrients. Next, let's talk about home cooking. Preparing meals at home gives you control over what goes into your food. You can use herbs, spices, and other low-sodium flavor enhancers to make your meals delicious without adding extra salt. Now let's move away from the dinner table and into the great outdoors. Regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining a healthy blood pressure. Whether it's a brisk walk, a bike ride, or a swim, find something you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Enough about physical health, let's switch gears to mental health. Chronic stress can lead to high blood pressure, so it's important to find ways to unwind and relax. Yoga, meditation, or even just a good book can work wonders for your stress levels. Adequate sleep is another key player. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Research shows that regular sleep hours can help lower blood pressure. And lastly, but certainly not least, regular checkups. Regular health checkups are an important part of maintaining a healthy blood pressure. It allows you and your healthcare provider to monitor your blood pressure and make any necessary adjustments to your treatment plan. The truth about salt and blood pressure is complex, but understanding this relationship can help you make informed decisions about your health. Remember, it's not just about cutting out salt, it's about balance and overall lifestyle. With these tips in mind, you're well equipped to keep your blood pressure in check, so go ahead, take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle.